All right, hello. We're going to talk about a certain situation that happened yesterday. Fatal ICE operation sparks investigations in Maine. So, what happened? An individual was in their vehicle. They were a 26-year-old Colombian national, 25, 26. Their birthday was yesterday. Pretty much what happened was that this person drove toward ICE agents who were doing a separate operation unrelated to him, and pretty much they told him to get out of the vehicle. Per the federal standpoint, he didn't get out of the vehicle, kept driving. They considered him to be an immediate danger to officers and the public, so they decided to shoot the guy. Now, that's his name right there. Apparently, seemed like a nice guy. He had a 3-year-old daughter, he had a wife, he was a delivery driver, and he did some odd jobs like cleaning vet clinics. People described him nicely. He apparently was legally allowed to be in America with a work authorization and a social security number. All alleged at this point. The federal standpoint, what they're kind of going with is they're saying that he posed an immediate danger to them. That's why they used deadly force, and that they had legal justification for the use of the force. Now, the officer is on leave. He's been put on administrative leave, so it's usually what happens when police officers, ICE agents, shoot someone, potentially kill someone, or kill someone. But there is an investigation underway with the Department of Homeland Security, as well as the FBI and the state attorney general. So, what happened with the witnesses and advocacy groups? What are they saying about this? Well, they're saying that he was surrounded by ICE agents. They rammed and boxed him in. He was not the intended target, which is true. He had a work authorization social security number. The officers escalated the encounter, and they're saying that deadly force was unnecessary in this type of situation. So that's their framing. Pretty much that he was trapped and executed by the ICE agents. What we do know regarding facts, there was a death during a lawful enforcement operation. That did happen. The dead individual was not the target. Investigations are underway, and witnesses and advocacy groups, as well as the Department of Homeland Security, they're pretty much saying two different things from each side. So that's that currently. People have been criticizing ICE for, several events that have happened, including a couple other deaths that occurred. There was a more recent one that happened in Texas, but they have been getting criticized. What we do know for a fact is that additional investigation does need to happen. Witnesses were saying that 4 bullets were fired. That's what we know. That witnesses were saying. We don't know if that's true, if it's only 4 bullets. What else we know is the main problem advocacy groups have is that these ICE agents were not having body cams on them. So it's hard to recreate an independent reconstruction of what happened. But they're going to do their best with, the vehicle damage, bystanders, forensic reconstructions, officer positions, witness statements. So they're going to try to recreate what happened, if the deadly force was justified or not. There are protests going on. Here are the protests. Little image here, but you see a lot of people in Maine pretty much protesting what happened to the Colombian national, the 26-year-old. They are not happy about ICE, as well as what happened to the person who died. There is a fundraiser going on for him. They have already raised $285K. Let's go ahead and refresh it. Look at that, $286K out of 400. I'm not affiliated with any of this. I'm not affiliated with this video of the protesters as well. But what we do know is pretty much his sister, the person who died, Their sister will be serving as the primary point of support and coordination for the family. Like I said, the guy has a 3-year-old daughter and a wife. A lot of broken hearts, a lot of people upset about this, but it's going to cover legal expenses, funeral costs, and repatriation of his body to Colombia, where his parents are waiting to lay him to rest. Very sad. You never want to see your child die. Here's additional articles. They're all listed at the bottom here, the GoFundMe and the other articles. But what we do know additionally is ICE has been told to pause vehicle stops after the deadly shootings in Texas and Maine. So that's that. Hopefully, less people get hurt. Yeah. Other than that, that's pretty much the news. The only other thing we could say is this is where it happened. This is Maine right here, big circle. That's New Hampshire down there, and it happened in this small town. Looks like a nice small town. It's not the smallest of towns, you know. They got a cocoa bar and grill. They got a coffee beer. Never heard of that one. Magnus on water. I got some restaurants here. Nice little places. But yeah, that's it for that. Currently, officers suspended. Investigations are underway. People are upset. And that's that. All right. If you have any questions, you could always put a comment down below and just, yell at your monitor because I will hear you eventually. Thank you.